Hello Earth, welcome to episode 42 of season 3 of Making Cell, a series of videos where I record myself designing and implementing a programming environment called Cell. If you're just tuning in for the first time, I recommend you go check out the project at github.com/autocoronel/cell. I'm pasting now the link in the description. So yesterday we did significant advances with the tests. So I'm just gonna figure out why that test is broken and then decide which way to go. Today, yeah, I'm pretty much where I left things yesterday. So, although I was actually vibing a bit, and by vibing I mean thinking about Cell and visualizing things in between things, and yeah, I'm just so excited to see it happen, to be able to use Cell as a way to express formal relationships, to express data. I want to use it so much, so I think that should be the guiding principle. What's the way I have to go so that I can not just demo it but really use it? Yeah, sorry, I was in the right place. 4 paths to pursue again. Yeah, the problem is that what comes back what comes back should be treated can do so this is actual JSON that is parsed, right? That's the problem, right? That's the problem. Test R yeah, because this should be, why is test R being considered? Yeah, how test R is yeah, that's the mystery really. Why don't I have this debug type? Am I going nuts here? Yes, it's just without color, that's why I'm not seeing it. String, 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 string. So it is a string, right? It's a string. Okay, that's it's supposed. Here's what it's supposed to be. It looks like a perfectly well constructed JSON too. So I don't see the issue here. Mm-hmm. 。 what I can do here when I'm comparing things, and the results, it looks almost the same, right? It's probably not the same because of the spaces. What I can do here, this is the problem. This is a problem. Okay. And I shouldn't stringify it. And here we just do yep, I think it's like, what am I doing? My God. There. Okay, it worked, right? No, actually broke way more, right? No. Yeah, this one, empty text, outputs empty text. So it should be really empty text. Yeah, actually, yeah. Because I'm comparing it before, not the stringify representation of it. Number to JSON. Ah, yes, because I have to stringify it in that case. But if I do it like this, these two tests are exactly the same, by the way. Okay, so this test is again failing. I'm not sure if I'm doing more harm than good here. Yeah. The problem is I have no feedback. That's the whole reason I'm building cell. I have to put thoughtful console logs here and there to understand what the hell's going wrong. So the message in line 40 in 1277 is not. Yeah, because I'm assuming, yeah. I'm talking about the result here. The result is it is wrong. I need to work with the stringified. No way around it. And I have to revert the things with the tests. Yeah. To this one. Yeah. Okay, so we're getting somewhere here. So what's the problem when I return? No, this is wrong. Yeah. So the problem is here. It's this one. So I'm stringifying this text. What I want this to do is to JavaScript, but how am I going to compare if I'm doing, yeah, what I can do is I can omit this thing, right? But if I omit it, in that case we would be okay. Yeah, because we don't need to remove it from dialog because it's our total. I think I want to deal with because in the cases with JS I'm still expecting vortex. In this case we can't just do it like this, just short circuit it. No, what am I doing? I'm the wrong one. So I don't need to stringify it. I basically get the test to and test R. I need to parse it, right? Yeah, that's the whole point. I need to parse it. I need to compare it as JavaScript. Exactly, that was the problem. What am I doing? Test R. expected is the star, just like that. All right, I can't believe that worked. Yeah, but it doesn't stop. Why doesn't it stop? I need to return false, right? Yeah. Yeah. Why do I have spaces here? Because I'm being nice. We shouldn't be so nice. Actually, being nice is fine. What I can do is do the comparison. There. Brilliant. No, this is better. And here I don't need to do this anymore, right? Someone here. Yeah. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Oops. Okay, there's less than I thought to do. So another more, right? Another one. Another more. Yeah, we already did this. This is the exact one. Okay, very good. Enough. We're done. So let's look at these put tests and figure out if we really need to port them now. Because I have here a bunch of put validations, by the way. Wipe, get with context, get with dot, put. I think it makes sense. First of all, I want to make sure that every single error and match slash. Perfect. So let's just look at all the 50 matches. Ooh la la. Multi-line, yeah, this one. Perfect. The message must be text. Yeah, this one. But how am I going to get something that is not text? I will get something that is text because it can be validated outside. Well, I guess we could test it. I'm not testing code explicitly. Yeah, this is just parsing. So we're not testing this stuff really right now. And then we're just going to respond. And the native calls do upload. That's where we start this fractal trip. Get and put on the tests. Okay. Let's bite the bullet and finish this. Is there something more useful I could do today instead of this? Let me think for a minute. Yeah, by the way, all the errors that I saw, because these errors input are already covered. These ones are part of do, which I have tests for them. I have imported. These are the ones for natives. Native calls, yeah, it's fine. And we did all the parsing ones too. So look, we have a ton of tests here. I think it's like 60, 65 tests. These ones we could just replace, keep style. Oh, there's a lot of them. Maybe we can yeah, let's just fire up 2025. Tests ins test 40x by dashes. When you are replacing items which have 2 digits, you will have to remove 1 space from all the things that it was prepending. This looks correct to me. And it's actually removing a space, not adding. Yes, go for it. First, let's just do node cell test. Yeah, it's already broken, see? Why? Well, there's no... Where's this one? Yeah. I'm wondering if I'm saving time now. Yeah, let's do it. Interesting that it checks if the file was written. That's brilliant. Let's just keep on running the tests. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, to open. It's broken, yeah. Yep. It's an interesting workflow. I'm running tests. Nice. So now what? Dashes. Yes. Literal. I like this to do. I wrote here. Literal dashes. This is already passé. I know I'm going to do this, but we don't need this anymore because we have to do it. We cannot do it in the sequence because we need a actually we can have that. Yeah, no, I'm wrong. You can have the expansions and in each of the steps. It's perfectly fine. Just need the variables outside, I think. Let's just leave it there for when we tackle that problem, because that's basically, I have two big problems right now. I have the sequence problem and the loop problem. I still don't know how to express the sequence and the loop. Everything else is essentially chicken feed. Okay, let's write that down, but I can fix the literal hashes at least, because it feels good and it also like sets the stage for what's coming next. So, but let's just 13, let's allow literal dashes if they are in the context of a hash. If a dash is in the context of a hash, we consider it to be a literal hash. So we have a list with one element. So I can do it here. It will be this with one element. Yes, it worked. And if I do it will be hash 1, 2, it will not work. Yeah, so the D dasher, for which I believe I have no No, we didn't annotate it. The dasher, maybe we could ask Claude to give us a first draft. Yeah, the one is, why is it's null here? This is the previous one. No, that's not the case we're dealing with here. The last path. If there's a last path and last path will be K2. Yeah, but I cannot just rely on the last path. I have to also look at the next one. So I think it would be, I'm obsessed with the beginning of this record. So basically I need to look behind or ahead, but I need to be able to see because the problem with the dashing, I first dash, then I sort, so it's not even sorted. This is a problem. This is harder than I thought. Yeah, because this is the, if it's not sorted, you could really send things in a silly order, right? Actually, that's an interesting test. I think even more interesting than what I was trying to do. I could do something like foo first one bar x foo second 2, and what am I getting? Brilliant. So yeah, this is how we need to sort first. But if we sort first, what you cannot do is a bridge there. And bridged and sorted, split prefix. Oh yeah, no. Sorry, yes, a bridge, of course. But if I sort first, what happens? And that's the magic of having tests. The thing is that the dasher it won't work, but I can sort twice just to make it even slower. Oh, sorting again broke it. That's interesting. Can you see the difference? Because I surely can't. This one, right? Add +1. Yeah, I'm breaking stuff later down the chain. A sequence, actually. Yeah. Are there more paths here? I have +111. I have here +1 1, which looks weird to me. Yeah, I'm breaking something there, non-trivial if I do this. So honestly, I'm not sure if we're going to support literal dashes. I mean, it would be good, but it's quite a corner case in this case. I think I'm gonna forbid it for now and put it back in the twos. This is features, what we really wanted to do. Yeah, maybe I need to tackle that bull by the horns. No, we're not going to do this until we have the need for it. There's some data you could not represent. It's a vanishingly small amount of cases that this would affect. And let's think what we should do to support it. You would need to sort things so you can find the prefix that matches. Either that or you have to linearly go through the whole thing, which is not cool. And then see, okay, this common prefix, does it have in the step after the common prefix, is it also text? And somehow it came, let's say, before me, or no, it's actually not before or after me. It's there, and there are no two similar dashes in the same one. Although that check of duplication we would do in other cases. No, I think it's not worth it to do it. We can always, no, never mind. This requires sorting and comparing prefixes. I only want to allow it because it would be possible to express it without harming the main case. But now, implementation wise, it complicates things. So I will let it be like this. And a dash, at least for now, will always represent as a long dash percent specified index step of a list. Okay, done. Okay, the two big problems I'm facing now. The sequence problem, the loop problem. The sequence problem is that I still don't know how sequences should be written and how their expansions should look. This is core. the loop problem is exactly the same thing. But for loops. Conditionals, references, conditionals, and look good. I also think catch will be straightforward. The difficulty lies with these two workhorses. Sequence and iteration. Okay, I want to go back, but I also want to organize the to-dos. Oh, this is not too bad. It's a good sequence for the editor and the operations finding, writing, editor tests. The language is, however, not written in the same way, which is so I can just do like text to paths, paths to text, to paths. So we just go from text to paths, and then we do you have reference, storage, self-put. We have that. We might have to modify, we will have to modify it, but at least it's there. And this includes the dashing and sorting and validating. Dash sort, yeah, that's basically a sequence, right? The dash sort validate. And just map to the functions. The stimulus, this one are internals, right? And parse element. Yeah. Instead of main functions, this would be parsing, or the parse functions, because that's what they are. Yeah. Pass the text is the other one. Here, validator. The dash is sorted on validator. The validator should be here. The dash is sorted on validator. And this, instead of parsing function, would be unparse functions. Well, although technically parse let's just call it parsing and just be done with it. So we have this one, and then yeah, and then we have the main entry point. That's what it is, it's so called. And then this is the response with everything that comes down. Should really be first, before native, should be really if and do, right? Yeah. Yeah, organizing the code really helps me a lot to remember and understand the whole thing. Yeah, on cell upload, and then we have the lower level functions. These are the engine functions, although the other one is also an engine function respond, because it will have to be in the database. That's actually a good definition, and any tests, which will pretty much leave this file. But not yet. First, let's just face the difficult problems. In the graph of a few days above, what belongs to the engine part and what to the language, if they are both in the center and only divided by a dotted line? In the engine goes everything that must run in the DB. If it can go outside, for performance and consistency reasons. If it can go outside, it's the language. Okay, that's a good definition. So if we go here to the language, we have this dash sort validate path to text. And then we have all of this for the language, and the database is all to do. And then I just have a entry points. It's not done at all. Yeah, with this 4 here, 5. And eventually these things here, if we write tests, we don't need to describe it as much. I mean, it can be in the test, right? Well, we have the test here. Here we have the language, the database and the service. Yeah, it's not that, it's really the engine. Okay, so what we need really now sequence cell S name to S, figure out how the expansion looks, and same goes for loops. So let's just switch the record. No, let's actually switch it to this one. Yeah. Write all the existing tests. We're still doing that. So let's just not forget it. Upload actually goes much later here. Test for multi-line test in the middle of paths. I think we did this one, right? Yeah, we did this. We definitely did it. Upload is already there. Yeah. And this wipe we already have. Look at this beautiful thing we have here for native. We have this. This is a mess. I'm glad I'm doing this, although I'm probably procrastinating. This goes away. Why response? Shouldn't it be stop? No, because stop goes up, right? Here, in something that is done, I can put here as a to do. Well, this is already very advanced. And what I want input actually so let's save the writing of the tests for a bit later. Let's just make a break here. So we said fizzbuzz, right? So fizzbuzz, more than tested. Let's just see how it would look again. So yeah, this is all the I want all through all this path. Now let's just write it again. fizzbuzz is a sequence that takes a single number and starts by calling put just like that. What am I omitting? I'm not passing the path. I'm just saying if put doesn't get a P or a V, assume it's a P. No, it could also be a V. No, that's already, I'm doing that, basically setting values. Let's say put P. In any case, it would work. This would work if it's done in the right column, right? It would just walk up, and it has to walk up finding only the first element. Okay, let's go with that. And then the rest, I think, is easy. I already wrote it. So let's tackle again the problem of how a sequence really looks. So we have this, and then we can say it's again, if it's divisible, if the condition is that and I always can put the literal first, which is it divisible by 3 or no, because the order matters. It would be yeah, but how would you distinguish? No, you cannot distinguish it in 2 lines here. And here I'm saying that n is fitting into 3, which is not how it works at all. It's the other way around. No, this is silly. I'm just trying to compress it too much. No, it's not output, it's n. It's the other way around, sorry. And n is then 3. Else push to output, because how they did the push afterwards, yeah, the same way. This and here would be buzz. And finally output. That's it. And let's just tackle this. Doesn't look bad to me. As a definition, is good. I think it's good. Even if I had to do something like this, it would still be good. Actually, that doesn't work because I need to set v output to an empty text, something like this. Now let's see if we can do this. And just put the empty text there, because it's even more explicit. So how would this be with iteration? Just the definition. Don't worry about the expansion for now. Well, it would be the same thing and here would be 3 output, and here we would be doing loop. The data would be, we can do it like this: fizz is 3, buzz is 5, and then the sequence would be would take the passing a key and a value. We could just pass paths, right? That's an interesting one. An iterating function, instead of receiving v, k, and v, where sorry, I'm laughing because I just realized something I had in front of my eyes for 15 years. Where k is just a key and v is a value, probably nested. Wait, I just realized that k is car and v is CDR. It's Lisp. In Lisp you are working with Lisp, and you have the first element you're working on, and then you have the rest of them, and it's the exact same thing. I mean, of course, there's some differences because you could have no, never mind, you can have multiple lists, so I think it really works. It's not even an analogy, it's really an equivalence. So we just pass all the entire path, but only one path at a time. This won't always be useful. In this case, it is. So I have a path, and what I do is, I would do it's one step, but I don't need it, right? Now I need to do this. Yeah, why am I putting this here? I gave you non-literal dashes, and that's how you repay me. So you just do add if cont %, it will be n is still n, and this would be it will be path 1, no 2, this is the second element. Push to output, bam, bam, be path 1, right? No, I forgot this one. Yeah. It does it save lines? 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. It saves lines because the body is always 4 of the if, and then 2 more for the loop. Data and sequence. Maybe we should do seq, SEQ. S is pretty powerful though. But no. I'm gonna break my beautiful symmetry, I think, and maybe we should do the other way around. just add should be get, and add p should be put. Time, driving time. Now. Is all. Note there's no add here. Just say this is a sequence that I'm using. Yes. Well, this looks good, and I think this is implementable. It really is implementable. It requires a put that looks for 1, but that's doable. I can even probably do the get in the same way, which would have interesting consequences. Just find the first. Massive Prince of Persia when just falling, and then you just grab a ledge. Yeah, I can work with this. It still feels completely alien, but not so much actually. I'm already becoming friends with the syntax. There's quite a bit of compression to here. Like in JavaScript, I do with my libraries. That's why they use stack. Let's just be a bit more formal for once. This is the same. We have the iterating function. Actually, we could just do this. Yeah, we'll do like this. Well, we can do for each instead of map. Whatever. If B1, then it would be not B1. Nice. What am I doing? Yeah, it's the other way around. I'm not sure what the precedence, but forget it. It doesn't change much, right? No, I need to do this, right? No, I have to wrap it in parentheses. Yeah, makes sense. But actually, I don't need to do this because I can already treat it as a false or true thing. If it's yeah, but I need a not, of course. It's not about false or truth, it's about changing the sign. There I need it. I will do output push b0. Well, sorry, not push, it would be close. So this is still more compact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, I'm getting goosebumps though, because this is only one more line, only one more. There's no parentheses, no brackets. And even if I do this, like how many, in terms of actual text, if you don't count the spaces, how many characters we have. Maybe I can just be very lazy. Sorry, actually scratch that. Count everything except for the indents. I still probably will do it myself. 150 bytes. If I put it all together, I will probably about 140 if you take the new lines out. Yeah, same amount of characters, slightly less. Yeah. Maybe this has the same compression. Takes up more space in the screen. Cell takes up more real estate on the screen because it goes right more. There's more room, space between characters. Oh, hell, this is working. It's working. Let's see what we get from the LLM. If I get an interesting idea, but this is starting to work. By the way, I don't need the stuck here at all. And it will be ES5. Which will remove the functions, but not much more. Yeah, maybe it's fine. Let's tackle the expansions now. First, first the watts. Bam, 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 bam. So what do I want to do here? The non-loop version. So 15. I can just do it like this. It's fine. That would be fizzbuzz for shizzle. And now. So this would give me, because here you would not get this, by the way, would give you N4, right? Like that, yeah. N3. It's just the definitions I'm doing, so it's fine. I don't need that. So output is fizzbuzz, and the sequence would be 1. You would be put output equals, and it just goes from to basically telling you there was nothing before, now we have this. So now I don't need this. So it was maybe so n here is what? N is 15, sir, because I forgot to put it here. So it is 0. Therefore, the else gets executed, and this butane goes from this to this. Yeah, this is okay. And here you have the story, right? Because you have fizz to fizzbuzz. Here you'd need the equal, and this gives you equals 0. I'm not sure if these should be in separate lines. I think so, yeah. I think so, yeah, they have to be in separate lines, yeah. They are actually separate paths. Yeah, this could be, and then last but not least, this one becomes this one. And you have the value, the last value, and you have the diffs here. thinking quite a bit. Now, okay, let's just go for the kill. And by the kill I mean get killed myself. Let's do the loop version. But let's skip to the next song. It's the song that got me into this band, the one starting now. So this is the same, and the last step is the same. So I only, quote unquote, need to do this butane here. So where are you? Yes, thanks. How many spaces? It's 12, almost 13. No one knows my plan. So nothing is coming out of loop here because I'm not responding with anything. No, that's not gonna be the case, my friend. You're going to respond with something actually very interesting. So here, where do I put the columns, right? Because I need to do, the column cannot be batched. You have to expand everything where it is. There's no point, I think, in putting the expansion of the loop in its, just go in its definition and expand it. Yeah. Yeah, but then I'm doing this outside, right? Yeah, I'm not sure where the limit should be. So, okay, I need to stop soon, but if I'm just go merrily and do stuff here, I cannot go merrily here and do stuff. This is difficult because I am running this many times. So I knew that I need a sequence here, silly. Let's go with the values. What this is going to return is going to give me the returns of the puts. And the puts are, oh, interesting one. The if response with whatever the do or else responded. It's one of the two. So the colon is going to be, oh, yeah, this is it. I think this is it. An iteration is a sequence, the same sequence over and over, but with different arguments. Express it as a sequence. After all, this is what it is. Yeah, that would work. Although I'm not super happy about some things about it. like the fact that it's a bit far away. It's far away in the same way that the sequence is far away. How you're not going to do it like that? You have to expand it. You have to do step by step. This is a sequence. It is a sequence, whether you like it or not. Bum, 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 bum. So what's a bit unnecessary here is having the definition of the loop in the expansion feels a bit unnecessary, but maybe it works. After all, you do have it in the sequence when you call it. Actually, no, you don't have the definition again. So what we can do is we could do the expansion at sec path. And keep, rather than have the definition again, just put the expansion there in sequence. That would be an interesting idea. Maybe I could do it like this. The sequence would be and the interesting thing is that interesting difference. When iterating, we usually do not want to share the prefix, so we can set diff variables with the same names but different values. We are inside a function when iterating, but when we are going on a sequence, we are doing line after line of code. I'm laughing because I'm describing things I've been doing for a long time and now seeing them more clearly, like statement after statement. Perhaps this is prejudice, no. Vice, not. What is it? Is a bad chair setting the shape of your spine after all these years. When I need a variable to be shared by the loop, I set it outside. Perhaps we should explore whether we can have a common ground by default. Let's see. So, as far as it goes, this is way better than I expected it would go by taking the bull by the horns. So here, come on. So here what you have is that the sequence is a list, right? A sequence would be a list because you have no common space of variables. I'm still using the old terminology. So here it would be, no, but I need to refer the path from somewhere, so I can't. Yeah, I need this. I need the expansion here. Nothing to do about it. I can just put colon and add here. Bum, 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 bum. Because here I put it in S instead of sequence. Okay. The sequence gives me maybe I don't need all of this. Maybe I can just do, how can I remove stuff here? The sequence is just a list. Not bad. We can just say this one gives me so it will be here. Yeah, so this would be all the same. Well, not the same, but it would be something like this. This will give me the diffs. Appreciate, man. Without free variables, none of this would be possible. Absolutely not. And this equal would be, well, this one, 15. Yeah, meet James answer. I still don't have a place to put the path that I'm getting here. That's just wrong. And this would be whatever comes. Okay, maybe we can do this radical change. Okay, 5 more minutes. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's not where I wanted to put it. I want to put it here. Yeah, the else has a value. Let me just write something down here. They are really two functions sequences. I can do I need to substitute in my writing function sequence variable. What is it? A path. Really. Return respond. To make the put return is beautiful. To make the put return respond with diffs is beautiful. It turns side effects into values. Just respond with the diff. That's it. It's okay, it's okay. If you're outside with the pitchfork, I honestly understand and pretty much agree with you. Yeah, so this is essentially there. On this one, I need to expand, right? Yes, sir. It would be fizz. That's how you get it. Yeah, that's a big expansion. There's a lot of repetition because you have the else response, the if response, and the sequence response. Bum 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 ba bum. So how do I specify the value here? I could do it like this. To cut, dun. No, this is the loop in general. I cannot do it there. I would do it here, and perhaps I could do something silly like the path is what? Is 3. Something like this. And then instead of fizz, it would just be buzz. And here instead of 3, it would be 5. And the path would be alright, so let's just send this to the LLM to see if we get another idea. Yeah. All right. Oof. Okay, it's been a great session. Bam bam ba bam bam ba ba bam. Does this still work? Yes. No, I have the literal ones. Dun 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 dun. Bam 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 ba bam 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 bam. Okay, terminology, sure, thank you. Dun 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 dun. Then yes, to the last question. Wait, did I put that? Dun, dun, dun. No, yeah, this is what I did. Dun, dun, dun. Text. my bone. It's not to buzz, by the way, silly. It's from fizz to fizzbuzz. Yeah. Did I do the same thing before? No, before I got it right. Bam 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 boom. My boy. Yes, all in the engine, single data space. Yep. Yeah, it's execution model, exactly. Yep. Yeah. All right, let's finish here. Thank you for watching.